It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, after all the turmoil in New Orleans last season, there's fresh air in the Big Easy. The Pelicans won the lottery and got #1 overall pick Zion Williamson. Not only that, the Anthony Davis trade brought in a surrounding cast of young star talent. The Pelicans have gotten a great head start on their rebuild. Kevin?
They are fun to watch, that's for sure, Dave. Thank you. And here's a look at some numbers for Young.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Then it's Collins, and it's Young, and it's Fernando in at the center, locking down the middle. And for New Orleans, Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. And it's Favors in at the 5 spot. And the last two drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
Tip-off goes to New Orleans. Now Holiday. Kicks it to Williamson. Just 5 to shoot. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. Collins grabs the miss. And Collins has got the ball here for Atlanta. Pass to Fernando. And that one is hammered home.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
Here's Ball. Rebound, Atlanta. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
Yeah, they had no answer for them. They simply got outplayed and outworked.
Here's Holiday after the basket by Atlanta. From 11 feet away, count it, good. Here's Young. 23 points for him the last game against Cleveland.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long.
And again, it's Atlanta.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Pass to Williamson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. Williamson is skilled at finishing on the defense.
Young passes to Fernando. Puts it up from 12. Young's shot is off. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far. And the dunk by Williamson.
Oh, such a terrific passer. He seems to have a sixth sense, nice feel, which is hard to teach.
The Hawks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. It's Young on the wing. He's covered by Ball. And finished off by Collins.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
Now here is Holiday. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Clippers. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Favors. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Hawks have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Here's Herter, guarded by Holiday. Stolen by Holiday. And he uses the glass on the layup. Holiday's got his second bucket of the game to go.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Here's Young. Right wing. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Knocks down the three ball. Young's got 5.
And easy to admire Young's confidence. Knows he has the ability to drain it from way outside.
Pass to Ingram. Lets it go from deep. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. Now, here's Hunter. He's covered by Ingram. Here's Collins to the wing right side. The pass to Young. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Collins. And they pick up 2.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here is Holiday. A good portion of their scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Shoots from 14. Again, the Pelicans score.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Young against Ball. Young's shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And Holiday kicks the ball. With the playoffs coming up quickly, Clark, strength of schedule can play a big role as it determines where a team is going to be seated come playoff time.
No, I agree with you in terms of even just making the playoffs sometimes, Kevin,
Yes.
based on where teams are and who they're playing. I mean, those matchups against potential playoff teams that are still fighting for seeding, they can sharpen you up and get you ready. Actually, those games can be playoffs before the playoffs in many ways.
And I always admire the coaches, Clark, that walk their players through the different scenarios because they should be aware.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You want everything out in front of you. As long as your team is able to handle it, and most of these teams can, I think that's a good point.
First free throw is good.
They call him Red Velvet. Kevin Huerter, out of the University of Maryland, proved he can stripe it from day one.
That one is no good. And Greg Herter, the 19th pick back in 2018, sweet touch, and at 6'7", good size at the shooting guard position.
And the Hawks general manager, Travis Schlenk, coming from the Warriors with Trae Young and Kevin Huerter. The Hawks hoping they have a kind of Splash Brothers East.
That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 4 assists in the game. For New Orleans, their last game, a loss to the Clippers in Los Angeles. Ball, the pass to Ingram. Six to shoot. Poke loose. Here's Holiday. No good there off the double clutch. The Hawks leading by 4. Now, here is Young. He has 5. Lobbed up there for Collins. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Boy, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Here is Favors after the made shot from John Collins. Ball kicks to Holiday. From deep three-point range. No good that time. So the Hawks will take it the other way. In the corner. Herter with it. Here's Young. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit. Launches a 3. Favors with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 6. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Williamson kicks the ball. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And the dunk by Williamson.
And yeah, he's 280 pounds. We've never seen anyone hang in the air like this young man. Williamson is special.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Okafor is checked in for Favors. Hayes comes in for Williamson. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Brandon Ingram. And Moore subbed in for Ball. Now here's Teague. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Now here is Holiday. Jeff Teague unable to get his shot to go. Cans it from downtown. And now just a 1-point Hawks lead.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Reddish with the ball. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. The Hawks again can't hit.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
The dish now to Dedmon. Outside Teague. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Moore outside. Passes to Okafor. Fades away. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
And, you know, the offensive mindset of Okafor, never afraid to expand his range and work on that mid-range jumper, too.
Reddish dishes to Dedmon. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
And how about the numbers here for Drew Holiday? How last month turned out for him? 18th in assists. And he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And how good is he at distributing the basketball? My goodness, pick and roll, drive and dish, in transition. He's been dominant all season. Now here is Holiday. He has 6. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with. And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Atlanta calls timeout. And not just a long-range gunner, but Etuan Moore also blessed Greg with one of the NBA's best floaters.
I mean, he takes a lot of those mid-range shots, those floaters in the lane that makes them more often than not. For a player standing 6'4", the ability to finish inside, providing that counterbalance to his three-point shooting.
Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for him.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
Now, here's Reddish. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Teague up top, guarded by Holiday. Atlanta again missing.
Kevin, not a single point in this quarter for him. Obviously, not what they need right now. He's got to score.
It's Dedmon with the rebound.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
Hayes with the steal. Moore left side to the paint. Okafor. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Cam Reddish.
And that's exactly where Okafor is most comfortable. When he's down in the post, sometimes the defense has no choice but to foul him.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Clark, you played the traditional power forward position in the NBA years you had back in the 80s at such a high level. Who's doing that right now?
Tell you what, the power forward position has changed so much, Kevin. These 4 men now are not really the enforcing type physical guys that we saw in the 80s and even 90s. They're agile, they're rim protectors, they're shot makers from deep, and guys like Anthony Davis and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yes.
Man, I tell you, Anthony Davis goes to the top of my list in today's game.
Blake Griffin, another one with Detroit.
Yeah, good call.
A nice shot by Teague.
Hard not to admire Teague. I mean, despite not being the biggest guy, he finds a way to get it done inside.
Here's Holiday, and Holiday throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Now, here's Reddish. No points in the game yet for him. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's 2 fouls for him this quarter. A third would be a problem.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Ball's checked in. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the first. Ball against Teague. Misses for the 5th time this game. Mark him at 1 for 6. And here is Ball. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Kick out to Moore. Feeds it to Hayes. The 17-footer. Rebound, Atlanta.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Left side, Jones. Carter finds Teague. From deep. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's New Orleans with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. Back to the action after this word. You may not remember Vince Carter traded on draft night for his college teammate Antoine Jamison, but he talked about that crazy exchange.
So as I'm sitting back there, it's like there's been a trade, Toronto Raptors and Golden State make a trade for Antoine Jamison and Vince Carter right there. So our families are sitting right next to each other. So they're fixing the hat, and all of a sudden it's like, all right, here's your hat. All right, give us that hat. Move forward. So it was just the weirdest thing.
The 5th and 6th picks in the draft, both of them went on to great careers.
And draft day trades happen all the time, but being traded for your college teammate, a pick apart, that's pretty unique.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
On the court for Atlanta, we've got Teague. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Jones. Then it's Reddish. And it's Carter in at the small forward. A shot by Reddish, no good. Pelicans leading by 4. Here's Hart. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Getting inside and doing damage there really elevates Hart's game, and I'd like to see him be that kind of all-around threat.
Dedmon passes to Reddish. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far. Here's Hart. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
That's well done there. Don't even give him a chance to get to the block. Get in tight and finish at the rim.
In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for New Orleans.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays, hits perimeter shots, and the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. Collins, he's checked in for the Hawks. Trae Young comes in for Vince Carter. Free throw good, Teague. And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How'd you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA, and then I digested all kinds of books and stories about him and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
Now, here is Young. He has 5. Shot clock at 5. Here's Reddish. Jones trying to get open, and the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from Reddish.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's more, and Jones sends it back. Here's Reddish. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Reddish has got 8 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And it's Okafor missing.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. He never lets a shot go uncontested.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Moore passes to Okafor. He dishes it to Ball. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
Boy, the energy by Okafor on display there really just kind of willed that shot in over some pretty stingy defense.
Jones kicks to Teague. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 7 points in the game.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
I don't know if this field goal percentage is sustainable, but if they can stay close to what they've done in shooting the ball, they'll run away with this one.
Hart. He's off on that one. The Hawks leading. Here's Young. No good with the layup. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Hey, knocking down free throws in a hostile environment is really about the battle of the mind.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Here's Hart. He has 7. The feed to Okafor. Collins against Ball. From deep three-point range. Jeff Teague with the rebound.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Now, here's Ball. After the miss from Cam Reddish. Ball against Teague. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Collins.
Man, I like Ball's energy going to the rack. I mean, he's showing no fear because he knows he's going to get hit, and he drives inside anyway.
And, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Hawks?
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain. He can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
You know, you look at Ball's size and speed and confidence, very impressive. An exciting prospect who I think has an all-star future.
And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Derek Favors checked in for the Pelicans. Holiday comes in for Lonzo Ball. Pass to Herter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Analytics, Clark, are such a major factor for coaching staffs and scouting staffs, and plenty of microanalysis to go around. But some statistics can actually be a little bit misleading, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin, and you can torture the numbers to say whatever you want them to say, so you have to be careful. I think there's a great place for analytics in the game. It's very useful in some areas, but you have to balance it. There has to be a blend there. Take, for instance, shot blocking. Just because you don't block a shot, that sometimes can dismiss what changing shots do to a team's defense or for a team's defense. The number of threes being taken. Effective field goal percentage is more important than raw field goal percentage because of threes.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Now Holiday, he's got 10. It's Ingram on the wing. Plenty of space. And again, no good by New Orleans.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Here's Hart. 7 points in the game. Ingram passes to Hart. 6 on the shot clock. The shot missing. So Atlanta will take it the other way.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Hunter, the pass to Herter. He kicks it to Hunter. Here's Herter. He's got 5. No good. Shot missing. Pass to Hart. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, guys, Josh Hart is somebody that's going to give you everything he's got. His combination of outside shooting and defense is really quite valuable to any team.
The Pelicans shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
And, Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
The first one falls. And he makes both free throws.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Shots good from Young.
This is what the crowd comes to see. Young has that it factor.
Holiday, the pass to Favors. Here's Ingram. Here's the 3. Another shot. It's good. And the Hawks' lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Favors.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Now, here is Young. 8 points for him. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Herter. Averaging 12 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
Here's Hart. 9 points in the game so far. Williamson kicks to Hart. Ingram outside. Here's Hart. Outside Holiday. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Atlanta leading by 5. To the middle. Here's Fernando. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Derek Favors.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
The Hawks have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
And, guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
And he knocks down the first one.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Hayes, he's checked in for Derek Favors. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts. Being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
One shot.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
Young's shot is off.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And the dunk by Williamson.
Boy, Hart is one of those guys you look at and you can just see the team is first with him. Never hesitates to find the open guy.
And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it cleanly.
And we can talk all we want about their passing, but from three-point range, these point guards have been filling it up for the past month. Number 5 is Trae Young.
You know, if there are no other options available, any of these guys can just step back and knock down a triple. Great backup plan for any point guard to have.
Well, forget about using it as a backup plan. With the numbers this group puts up from deep, I think it should be plan A to have them stroking it from 3.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Here's Hunter after Drew Holiday's score. Now, here's Hunter. 9 points last game out. And here's Young from the arc.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Hart, that's good.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Young taking his time here. And there's the pass to Fernando. At the top of the key, Hunter. Outside, Carter. Pelicans with the rebound. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and a pair of losses for them in their meetings last season. And the cold, hard truth about it, they just had a hard time beating anybody last year.
You know, Greg, those were games where you thought they could get a win. But now they need to forget about it. It's in the past, let it go, and they've got to focus on the present and try to make a better run of it this time.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks.
And checking out the numbers for Young. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. 7th in assists, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. Here's Fernando. He's got 7. Out to the right wing. Young from outside. That shot off the mark. Now New Orleans will take it the other way.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
1:04 left now here in the second. Holiday goes in, scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't have it.
Here's Herter. 11 points for him in that last game against Cleveland. Now, here's Hunter. He's covered by Ingram. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. No.
That was a strong dunk.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Herter. 5 points in the game. Dishes it to Hunter. It's deflected and stolen by Williamson. And finished off by Williamson.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Young, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, you're leading at the half. What will you continue to emphasize to your team?
Well, I mean, defensively, we still have to be good. We got to rebound the basketball. And then we've got to continue to push the basketball and score offensively.
We'll see if you can keep that going in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
A tremendous start for Zion Williamson. He ended up with 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. What did you think, Shaq, about New Orleans?
Everyone talks about the athleticism of Zion Williamson. In the first half, he also showed us the skill. Yes, he did. Loves to handle the ball. He's developing more moves down low. I must say, I'm impressed. That just makes it easy for him to get to the rim and finish.
Talk to me, Kenny. How did you think Atlanta played?
Well, one problem I see is that they're too timid on the boards. When you start to fall behind in the game, you need to become more aggressive on the offensive glass and the defensive glass.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Zion Williamson, guys. In this game, he has been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. The Hawks trail by 9. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the 1. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Collins. Second chance shot. Fernando, that's good. Fernando's got 9.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Outside Holiday. Favors trying to break free. The shot by Holiday, no good. The Hawks shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Fernando. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, and how about the stick-to-itiveness on that possession? Stayed with it, didn't give up until the ball was in the basket.
Young against Ball. The dish to Ingram. Back to ball. Passes it to Williamson. Over Hunter. Rebound Atlanta. Fernando's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Young outside. Lets it go with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Favors has got 5 rebounds tonight. High arcing shot and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And Atlanta gets called for the foul.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
It's his first trip to the line. And he can't get the first one. No luck that time either. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
And although he's smaller, Young willing to battle inside and shows you he can score through contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
One shot.
And, of course, all the comparisons to Steph Curry. Young just trying to be the best version of himself. And we've already seen the upside.
Ball, the pass to Williamson. Ingram outside. From about 19 feet. And the Pelicans miss again.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Herter passes to Young for the tie. The rebound by Holiday.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Ingram against Collins. Ingram passes to Favors. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Well, it definitely was a disappointing part of his game this year. Not the numbers he was hoping for from the stripe.
First free throw is good. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Atlanta. Teague comes in for Young. He hits both from the stripe. The Hawks trail by 4. Teague with the ball. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Herter. Pass to Hunter. Three-pointer. Drains the three-pointer. Hunter's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
The Pelicans have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. And he makes the first. Reddish, he's checked in for Atlanta. Both free throws good from Drew Holiday. The Hawks trail by 3. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Huerter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. Damian Jones is checked in for John Collins. So it's the Hawks now. It's deflected.
Ball size and timing really an asset when it comes to him blocking shots. Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
Pass to Okafor. Ball with it. And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. That is his first foul of the game.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
And the Hawks making a change here. Huerter's checked in. And here is Okafor. 5 points in the game. 4 on the clock.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit. And it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They've consistently drilled the mid-range jumper tonight as well, which has forced the D to come out on them.
That free throw, no good.
Tell you, when it comes to low post scoring, Okafor is a legitimate beast inside. A player with a lot of upside.
And he can't hit the second. Here's the Hawks with the ball. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Outside, Jones. Back to Dedmon. Kicks it to Jones. In the corner. Huerter with it. And a miss there on the triple. The Pelicans have gone 0-4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. Here's Ingram. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Ingram's got his first bucket of the night.
Finally get one to drop after starting the half with 4 straight clanks. The second overall pick in 2016, a lot of expectations for Brandon Ingram. If anything, he puts that pressure on himself. This is a young man that wants to be great.
Ball, the pass to Ingram. Inside, here's Melly, and the layup falls. And the Pelicans lead by 1. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Banked in off the glass. Huerter's got 7. And Clark, they say Brandon Ingram, his own biggest critic. Does all his frustration and worry become, you think, a hindrance?
I think it can be, guys. I mean, you can't weigh yourself down with self-frustration and self-criticism because it can keep you from being your best. At the end of the day, his talent is obvious. I think he's got tremendous upside, but that piece of the mentality that he brings has to be balanced out a bit.
Now the pass the ball. Ingram outside. Passes it to Melly. Dedmon with the block. Now Teague. 13 points in the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That's his first foul. Hayes, he's checked in for New Orleans. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Hunter. Here's Herter. He's got 7. And it's E'Twaun Moore with the foul. That's his first foul. New Orleans on D. Hawks passing it around. Carter with the bounce pass. Atlanta again missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Now here's Ball. Moore passes to Okafor. Now Hayes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw good from Hayes. Hard, he's checked in for Brandon Ingram. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
You can tell that miss at the line might stick with him for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead.
Here's Ball. Good D by Jones.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Ball with it. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Dedmon's got 6 rebounds in the game. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. For Atlanta, they have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. The Pelicans making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Holiday. He's got 16. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions Right now, they need a basket.
Takes it from 10. And the Pelicans miss again. Atlanta leading by 4. And Teague has it in the corner. Sinks the triple. Teague's got 16 points.
He didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first, but the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
Here's Holiday. He kicks to Hayes. Clock at 6. Pass to Moore to stop the run. Hits it from three-point range. He's got 6.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pass to Herter. He dishes it to Teague. From the arc. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Moore. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Lonzo Ball. He's averaging 11 points a game, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
And the first one drops. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Atlanta's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Holiday against Young. Over Holiday, and the Hawks getting another basket right there.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
Here's Holiday. Excellent D that time from Jones.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Yep, that one goes. And now a 6-point Hawks lead.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
1:56 left here in the third quarter. Holiday finds Ball. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Hawks. Jones has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Teague. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Carter's got 3 assists tonight.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
And the pass the ball. A minute 20 left in the third quarter. Here's Moore. On target from 13 feet. Moore's got 7 points for the quarter. Here's Young. 15 points in the game. Right side, Jones. It's rebounded by Hayes.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
So for the Pelicans, Favors comes in for Okafor, and Williamson subbed in for Moore. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Collins checked in for Jones. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Young dishes to Carter. Outside Collins. Passes it to Young. Over Favors. And it's Young. That time on the assist by Collins. Young's got the lead up to 8 now for the Hawks. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Holiday against T. Pass the ball. 5 on the clock. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And Favors kicks to Williamson. Up again, and there's Favors putting it right back in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Jeff Teague firing on all cylinders for Atlanta. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. Back right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
Three-tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Carter is out there with Collins. Then there's Teague. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Fernando in at the center position. Ball, the pass to Ingram. And the rejection by Collins. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. Just two to shoot. Holiday trying to free himself up. Ball no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
The fader. He gets that one.
Boy, Ball showing us a nice little mid-range game, Kevin. With his height and touch, he's got great confidence with the in-between game.
Holiday against Teague. Got a piece of it. And now Ball pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And Ball has so much confidence on this floater in addition to a nice touch with it, so that makes it really hard to deal with.
Here's Young. No good that time. And New Orleans will come the other way. Now here's Ball. Tight defense on him. And that'll be two free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
An absolute beast in close. Once Williamson has this kind of positioning, you pretty much have to foul.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
First one falls for him.
And we first heard about Williamson in high school, and that was due to his dunking ability. Now he's a full-fledged star on the rise.
Hunter's checked in for the Hawks. He doesn't get the second one.
And they are shooting themselves in the foot here. They've lost their touch at the line. The percentage continues to drop from where it was in that first half.
Kicks it out to Collins. Young for three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Young's got 12 points here in the second half.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first three of the half, there might be more in store.
Ball, the pass to Williamson. Now here's Ingram. He's guarded by Collins. And here is Ingram. That shot missing. Collins with some nice D.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Tell you what, guys, you've just got to give Teague a lot of credit for his focus. Very poised under pressure.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Ball. Sweet little floater. The Hawks leading by 6. Now Young. Chalk up 2 there. Young's got 22 points.
And the work ethic coming into play there. I like how Young can just focus on the task at hand.
Ball finds Holiday. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Young moves back up. And it's good on the layup. And now it's a 10-point Hawks lead.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
Here's Holiday. And he banks in the layup.
Oh, how about the floater there? Nice drop.
And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Pass to Fernando. It's Young on the wing. He's covered by Ball. And finished off by Collins.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Boy, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
The Hawks leading by 10. Young outside. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Ingram passes to Williamson. Over Hunter. And it's Williamson missing. Hawks have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Teague finds Young. For the 3. Favors with the rebound. Favors has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Ingram passes to Holiday. Now Ball. Teague covering. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. And a moment now to check out who the Pelicans have coming up. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for the matchup with the Grizzlies, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long.
Well, it's a must to avoid fouling Ball. I mean, he's excellent at taking his defense and drawing the contact.
Well, it was only a short stay in L.A. for Lonzo Ball, traded this past summer as part of the Anthony Davis deal.
And getting out of L.A. might be the best thing for him. Still a great defender and playmaker. His best years, without a doubt, could be ahead of him here in New Orleans.
That one is off.
And they're having a lot of trouble at the line today. And unfortunately, it's the kind of day we've seen this team have a lot.
Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for the Hawks. And he's good on the second. Atlanta leading by 9 to the inside. And there's Collins on the assist by T. 10 points for John Collins.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Screen coming.
Screen.
Here's Ball.
Watch the screen.
Shot clock at 6. Rebounded by the Hawks. Fernando's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
On the wing, Holiday. Over Hunter. And again, no good by New Orleans.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Teague against Holiday. Teague, the pass to Fernando. And the rejection by Favors. Ingram outside. Down low. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Collins.
Two shots.
That free thing. He hits the second from the line. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand. Herter passes to Collins. He feeds it to Teague. Puts it up from 12. And it's off the back rim. No good. Pelicans trail by 8. Here's Ingram. Second shot opportunity. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on DeAndre Hunter.
And really, guys, I can't put a ceiling on Ingram. I mean, with his length and his shooting stroke and work ethic, this is a guy who I think has the potential to be truly great.
Two.
First free throw is good.
You know, his teammates calling him the slender man, Brandon Ingram, not much more than 200 lbs, but adding strength has been a focus.
Both free throws good for Ingram. And with Brandon Ingram and his size, he could benefit from adding a few pounds.
Well, you know, his teammates call him Tiny Dog. Dog because of his determination. That's a positive thing. The tiny part in reference to his slight frame. Time to bulk it up, young fella. Weight room.
Atlanta calls timeout.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
And with his game closing in on the final buzzer, let's take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, guys, Lloyd Pierce talked with his team during that last time out. He told them, look, we're in a good spot. The one thing I want you guys to do, stay in the moment. Don't look ahead. Stay in the moment and compete. Kevin, we'll see if they can keep focused.
Okay, David, thanks. Offensive rebound.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been off.
Holiday looking over the floor. The pass to Williamson. To the middle. Here's Ingram. Good on the bucket. Ingram's got 4 this quarter.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Ingram comes with the double team. Passes it to Fernando. Ball against T. Ball with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 6. 3-on-3. Here's Holiday. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 5 assists in the game. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That'll be his second foul of the game. Outside Collins. Pass to Fernando. Here's Herter, guarded by Holiday.
In the second half, they haven't taken care of the basketball. Simply put, more turnovers now that could hurt them later.
Hey, when Ingram is in attack mode, it forces the defense's hand, literally. Good job drawing the foul.
Two shots.
And that one falls for Ingram. Trae Young, he's checked in for T. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls. He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Ball dishes to Favors. Now here's Ingram. Defense is right there. Pass to Williamson. 6 on the shot clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot from deep. And it's Ingram missing.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection. Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Now here is Holiday. And the layup's good off the glass. Holiday's got 10 points in just the second half. Atlanta leading by 5. There's the pass to Herter. Hunter with it. Here's Herter. Pass to Fernando. Back to Herter. It's tipped.
And if Williamson's in the area, you better be careful. When you aren't, he's going to stifle you on the offensive end.
Holiday against Collins. Back to Ball. Launches it. Offensive rebound.
Look at this young man come through in the clutch. Zion appearing more than ready to deliver.
And here's Young. Pass to Fernando. Kicks to Young. There's the triple. He can't hit that time. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Williamson, the pass to Holiday. It's rebounded by Herter.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Here's Here's Collins. It's good. And that is the kind of big-time shot that can really deflate a crowd.
And did he ever do that? Sound level right now, 0 in this arena.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're down by 5. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here are the Pelicans now. It's a 5-point game. Now here is Holiday. Not a lot of room. It counts. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making them.
Shooting 2.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're behind by 4. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
Dishes the ball. It drops. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Boy, he loves taking over in big spots, Kevin. He doesn't back down, and you can see how much he relishes these moments.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're up by 1. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. the Hawks with possession here. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
No doubt. I mean, the next shot has to be a 3.
And so the big win by Atlanta in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.